Good day. This is Sergeant Corbett again. This class is so long that I had to break it down. Let me explain to you guys why. This past year, ROTC decided that we were giving a lot of mandatory classes, which is true, and they needed to be taught. But they wanted to give us more time to do in-class labs where your student leadership actually works with you guys more. So in answer to that, they decided to combine certain classes. This is one of them. This class is actually 75 slides, a lot of which I will just run through without even talking about because they're just extra slides. But unfortunately, still causes for a very, very long class. So I decided to break this up into a couple of days because I don't want to make any of these videos really longer than 45 minutes. And at any time, you guys get tired, you need a drink, you want to go make a sandwich, by all means, pause the video, think about it, go out, relax, go get you a little bit of sunlight, but come back and finish these because the sooner you get your classwork done, the sooner you can have fun and go play your video games and stuff. And while you're at it, go make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich too. I like strawberry jelly. All right, let's go over exercise number 2, cadet appearance and grooming standards. Excuse me. One thing that I always get is, Sergeant Corbett, do I have to cut my hair? Well, yeah, but not as severe as you think. So we're going to talk about some of that here now. First of all, jewelry. There's been a lot of people that have gone around and they've said things like, oh, you can't wear rings in uniform or you can't wear bracelets in uniform. I've even heard them say you can't wear a watch in uniform. All of these are false statements. You can absolutely wear jewelry in uniform. There are some restrictions, and we're going to talk about them real quick. Earrings are one of them. Guys, you are not allowed to wear an earring in uniform at any time. I want to make that very clear. When you're in your regular clothes and civilian clothes, not an issue, no problem. I don't care at all. But when you're in uniform, you cannot wear an earring. So let's talk about jewelry for starters. You may wear a wristwatch and rings, but no more than 3 rings total for both hands at any one time. All right. That means like you can wear an engagement ring and a wedding ring counts as 1 ring. None of y'all should be married yet. So that shouldn't be an issue. You can wear your class ring. You can wear pinky ring, whatever. You may wear 1 bracelet if it's neat and conservative. I do not know why it says ankle bracelets because you will be wearing pants and socks. So we can disregard that one. The bracelet must not detract from the military image, must not be wider than 1/2 inch, may be gold or silver, and must not subject anyone to potential injury. So no weapon bracelets. Bracelets supporting a cause, philosophy, individual, or group are not allowed. Remember, we cannot make any type of political statement while we are in uniform. You can make all your political statements in class and civilian clothes, don't care. I actually enjoy it when you guys bring different opinions into the classroom because then I want you to back it up and we can have an actual worthwhile discussion during the day. That's another reason why I'm not a big fan of videos because I can't get feedback from you guys and your opinions. And let's just face facts, guys. That makes for a much more interesting class. You may not wear ornaments on your head or around your neck that are visible in uniform. Necklaces need to be tucked into your t-shirt. Ornaments on your head, I'm going to tell you, they're talking like tiaras and crowns and stuff like that. Or bandanas wrapped around your head. Can't do that. You can wear your mask. Just letting y'all know that now because I know that question is going to come up because that's not a question we've ever had before. They are talking about let me talk about head coverings. Let's see. Okay, good. They don't address it here. Head coverings. The yarmulke or hijab or any type of religious head covering are allowed in uniform. You can absolutely wear those. We will not infringe upon anybody's religious rights. Even the military allows religious head coverings in uniform. Okay. Um, I have run into that situation on occasion, and there's absolutely no issues with that whatsoever. So if you're Muslim, you're a Muslim female, then absolutely you can wear your head coverings and stuff in uniform. Female cadets in uniform may wear earrings if the earrings are conservative and kept within sensible limits. This is only the Class A and Class B uniform. There are no earrings in ACUs in the camouflage uniform. They must be conservative. That means we're talking balls. We're talking pearl, gold, or silver studs, not big hoops and danglies. Okay. You may wear one spherical, there you go, ball, pierced or a clip earring in each earlobe. The earrings worn in the earlobes must match. So one earring, not 4 or 5 earrings in one ear while in uniform, while in the Class A or B uniform. Male cadets in uniform may not wear earrings. Let me address nose rings, not in uniform. Get yourself the little clear stud, hole filler, whatever it is, but nose rings are extremely detracting in uniform. Now, my personal experience, not a big fan of nose rings anyway, because, I mean, let's be honest. Your nose is there to breathe in, and your nose hairs catches trash. Your earring catches dust, dirt, snot, trash, etc. And your nose ring, you're keeping all of that in your nose. Please, even if you have a nose ring, clean it daily, because ew. All right. Eyeglasses and sunglasses. I'm going to make this one simple. Yes, you can wear eyeglasses in uniform. Outside, in uniform, you can wear sunglasses. If you have glasses that change tint, whatever, that's absolutely fine. You just cannot wear sunglasses in formation. When we all get together and we form up in our squads and companies and stuff, you cannot wear sunglasses in that. Now, if you have prescription glasses that tint, yes, you can. All right. I'm just going to give you the skinny on that one. Tattoos, because this is becoming a bigger issue these days with high school students. Number one, I am not sure how some of you guys are getting tattoos and you're under the age of 18. But, and this is not just ROTC, this is military and this is real life. You guys need to be very, very, very selective about what kind of tattoos you get. They cannot be obscene. They cannot be racist. They cannot advocate sexual, racial, ethnic, or religious discrimination. All right. If you get a job and they ask to see your tattoos, then you might have an issue. More and more places are instituting workplace policies where you cannot have visible tattoos at work. I know of a situation where a young lady became a teacher in North Carolina and did not know that they had a no tattoo policy. She went to her interview wearing a long sleeve shirt and pants. They didn't see her tattoos. They hired her first day on the job. She wore a short sleeve shirt. She had tattoos on her arm, and they released her, fired her that same day. All right. They can get away with that because North Carolina is a right to work state. They do not have to have a reason to fire you. They can walk in and fire you at any time. In her case, they had a tattoo policy that they didn't inform her about in advance and she didn't know about. And then she just showed up one day and they let her go. All right. Be very selective on your tattoos. Put them someplace where they can be covered up, just in case. Body piercings. Here we go. Cadets in uniform are not allowed to attach or display objects, articles, jewelry, or ornamentation to or through the ear, nose, tongue, or any exposed body part, including anything that might be visible through the uniform. All right, there we go. I am talking about bars through your ear. I don't really care about tongue rings because tongue piercings, because I'm not going to have you stick your tongue out every day in formation. But bars through the ears, unfortunately, are not allowed. I'm kind of glad that one's fallen out of fashion, because I have seen so many of those things come up, and the girl's got, and it's always a girl, she's got a big bump on it where it's gotten infected. Nose, absolutely cannot. You may get that clear stud, like I said earlier, to stick through your nose, but you cannot have a glittery piece of whatever on the side of your nose. And it looks like a shiny, basically it looks like a shiny zit, okay? Specific female guidelines. Hair will end above the bottom of the collar edge and any side of the invisible line drawn parallel. Okay. If you look at your shirt collar, so you have a shirt on, you have a button-up shirt or a polo shirt on. We're talking the bottom edge of the collar, not the top part where your shirt touches your neck, but the bottom part of the collar. As long as your hair doesn't extend past that, you're good. Well, Sergeant Corbett, how do I put it up? You can use scrunchies. Try to make your scrunchie get as close to your natural hair color as possible. You can use bobby pins. You can use barrettes. And one of the things that most people do is cocoa butter, and they slick their hair down. It also helps, gives your hair a natural shine and conditioning, so you're not hurting your hair in any way. Hairstyle must be conservative. No extreme or faddish or fashionable styles allowed. We let you go on a little bit of a leeway with some of that. But if before you go to JCLC, we will have to discuss it. For instance, one that absolutely counts as a faddish or fashionable hairstyle is an undercut. A lot of guys like to get the hair, they shave the sides, and then they have this big do on top. That is absolutely not authorized. Okay. There'll be more under the guise. Ladies, shave the sides and have the top floppy like a big mohawk. Please don't. Spray colors. Your hair, while in uniform, must be a natural hair color. Now, if you're blonde and you go brunette, or brunette and you dye, you bleach it, and you go blonde, that's fine. Blue, red, purple, green, any of those, you guys, you can't have it in your hair in uniform. Here's what I ask when we do uniforms. If you decide on a whim that you and your friends are going to put Kool-Aid in your hair on a weekend, do not wear your uniform until you can get that out. Just so you know, no matter what you've heard, Kool-Aid does not come out of your hair easily. It does not wash right out. Where do I get these stories? People have done it. Okay. Please. Brown, blonde, brunette, natural red, not fire engine red, black or gray. I'm not sure why y'all would have gray hair, but okay. Now, when we go out on winter break, and we usually do our last uniform day at about a month or 3 weeks to a month before the end of the semester. After we do our last uniform day, guys, I don't care if you dye your whole head blue. All right. That's fine by me, as long as we're not wearing the uniform. So right now, when we're not doing uniform days, that's fine. But just remember, When you come back to school and we start wearing uniforms, your hair has to go back to a natural color. Let's see. In addition, hairstyles should not need many grooming aids. If you use pins, combs, barrettes, or similar items, plain, similar in color, that's the same thing I just said about scrunchies. Wigs and hair pieces. Yes, you can wear a wig. Please have it. Follow the same guidelines. I know some people wear wigs, say for medical reasons or just because. That's fine. I've known a lot of people in the military that wore wigs or hair pieces or whatever. Don't have to worry about skirts because I don't do skirts. And I talk about hose and stuff like that. Yep, don't have to worry about that. Why do I not do skirts? Okay. I know some of you ladies would love to wear a skirt with your uniform. Let me explain to you why we don't do skirts here. We used to do skirts many years ago. And we had a young lady who decided to take advantage of the situation. And every time she showed up, her skirt got shorter and shorter. You see right here, should not go above the top of the kneecap. She started out one week, her skirt was at her kneecap. The next week, her skirt was just above the kneecap. Week after that, it was mid-thigh. And when it turned into a mini skirt, we had to shut her down. Okay. That and getting the skirt where the way they're cut to get those right just isn't worth it. And in our experience, a lot more young ladies would rather wear the pants than a skirt. Now some of you will say, oh, no, I want to wear a skirt. Let's just eliminate the headache in advance. Males, hair must be clean, neat, and trimmed. It must not contain a large amount of grooming aids such as greasy creams, oils, and sprays that remain visible in the hair. All right, don't slick it back. Actually, you can slick it back. Just, make it look good, guys. Nobody wants to see a guy with a bunch of goop in his head. When your hair is groomed, it should not touch your ears or your eyebrows. Okay, so you can bring it down. If you can bring your bangs down and they touch your eyebrows, that's about where you want it. And your ears should not hang over your ears. And okay, now they've changed this. Hair can go down for guys, the bottom of your collar also. I'm not sure where they got this one at. This is a change. Hair should not exceed an inch and a quarter in bulk. That's on top of your head. Here's the bottom line right here. The bulk of your hair must not interfere with the wearing of your headgear properly, and it must not hang over the front band of your headgear. Okay? If you cannot get your beret or your cap on your head properly, you've got too much hair. All right? That's all there is to it. Must have a tapered appearance, not worried about that. Any visible foreign items, that means, guys, you can't wear barrettes in your hair. Guys, no top knots. That is very important. You cannot have a top knot. If you dye your hair, it must be natural. Once again, same with natural coloring. You may have sideburns that are tapered. Okay, sideburns. Look in the mirror, guys. Go ahead, I'll wait. If you look in the mirror and you look at your ears, you will see your ear hole. Sideburns can come down to the bottom of your ear hole. If they extend past your ear hole, they're too long. Just trim them up a little bit. You can still have sideburns, those of you that can grow them. You cannot have a beard. You can have a mustache. Mustaches, because I know this is being a thing now. Mustaches cannot extend past the ends of your mouth, and you really don't want them hanging over hanging over the top of your lip. If they hang over the top of your lip, well, number one, you get food caught in it. It feels really funny, but you don't want them hanging over the top of your lip, extended past the edges of your mouth. Okay. No extreme or fattish hairstyles are allowed. Once again, this goes back to the I've shaved my sides and I've let my top grow out. I know that's a big thing now. It is absolutely unauthorized, and you will get a 0 on your uniform inspections for that haircut. Okay. If there are any other questions about grooming standards, hair and piercings, etc., go ahead and add them to the comments or ask them to me during our office hours. All right, at this point, everybody go take a break, relax, go get yourself something to drink, hit pause on this video first, and then come on back ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and start the next class. So, or continue on. We're talking about our insignia, medals, and ribbons on your ROTC uniform and what they mean. There is a set way for them to go on your uniform, and we're going to talk about this. Now, once again, as I said in the last class, I will not start counting uniform grades against you until you guys actually get a class and we get together in class and put your uniforms together as a group. Take the time to read the placement of uniform awards, insignias, and decoration in your textbook. This is on your JRTC cadet portal. Take some notes. If you have questions, by all means, ask your questions. And then we're going to talk about exercise number 3, ranking insignia of the U.S. military. All right, let me explain to you guys about rank. We have what's called enlisted rank and officer rank. Enlisted rank are the lower category of people. Doesn't mean you're a lower person, but in the military, you're the one who gets paid the least. You don't have as much experience as the officer class. All right. So we'll have enlisted and we have officer rank. The enlisted start with private and they work their way up to sergeant major. Officers start with second lieutenant and they work themselves all the way up to general, or in our case, lieutenant colonel. The highest rank you guys will ever see in your ROTC career would be colonel. You will never see a general. There is one JRTC general in the United States, and that is off of the Chicago school system. And what they do is they take that rank and they pass it around to the different high schools to cadets, outstanding cadet who will be in charge of basically an acting general in charge of all the ROTC programs in the Chicago school area. But that's simply because they have something like 30,000 cadets, something ridiculous like that. Okay. You will all start off at the rank of cadet. That means you have no chevron on your shoulder. If you want, you can turn into your cadet reference guide. That's the first page, first couple of pages of your notebook and your textbook, and you will see ranks. You will see Army ranks, and then you will see cadet ranks. Your second promotion to private first class. This is your promotion. You will have to be able to recognize the Army ranks and the cadet ranks 100% without fail. You will also have to know your chain of command, and I will go over more of that later. So let's talk about rank insignia. What officer ranks does the U.S. military have? If you follow along in your book and you're looking at the rank chart, you will see commissioned officers and warrant officers. Commissioned officers, basically what that means is they have a piece of paper signed by the President of the United States that says they can be an officer in the United States military. Warrant officers are a little bit different. They are above enlisted but below lieutenants. Okay, they are a technical field. We do not have warrant officers in the cadet ranks. Now, there are warrant officers that teach ROTC, but we do not have them in our cadet ranks. Number 2, what is similar about officer ranks within each grade? Each insignia with the same grade looks identical. This is across the services. A second lieutenant looks the same as in the Army, looks the same as a second lieutenant in the Air Force and Marine Corps, looks the same as a lieutenant junior grade in the Navy or ensign. What is different? The Navy wears distinctively different rank devices depending upon the uniform they're wearing. So they have different ranks depending on their uniform. The 3 basic uniforms and rank devices used are khakis, collar pins, stripes, etc. You do not have to learn Navy rank. All I want you guys to learn is Army rank. I have had incidences where students have been working at restaurants or whatever, and they see a 1-star general walk in. They have no idea what the rank is. This can happen to us with Sunny Point at any time. So you guys need to learn the active Army ranks. Officer rank insignia is reserved for wartime only. That's the general of the Army, what we call 5-star general. Same as general of the Air Force and fleet and admiral of the Navy. Those are all like 5-star generals. You'll never see a 5-star general unless we have somebody overall in charge, and I don't think we've used that in a long time. Enlisted rank insignia, common characteristic of the enlisted grade of E1. Nothing. There is no such thing as an E1 rank. That for you guys, that would be cadet. Like I said, that is no rank whatsoever. When you first get your first chevron, that's the little pointy thing that goes up. You guys see it under private. All right. That is your first rank. Remember, to get that, you've got to say to me your cadet creed word for word from memory. Don't be reading it. You have to do that to me live. So you're going to have to catch me during my office hours and say, hey, Sergeant Corbett, I know my cadet creed. And then I'm going to have you stand back so that I can see that you've got it memorized. You can do it as many times as you want, but sometimes I'll send you back and say, hey, look, why don't you go back and study a little bit more and try it again tomorrow? A lot of times you guys will have it down pat until it comes up to see me. Reason why I do it that way is I want to get you guys also, not only do I want to know that you know the cadet creed, but I want you guys to get a little experience in public speaking. All right. Unique about E8 and E9, and this is hard to do without a book. If you look at E8, and I'm going to deviate from this answer key. If you look at Army E8, you will see a master sergeant and a first sergeant. They get paid exactly the same. The difference in their rank is master sergeant is 3 chevrons and 3 rockers. Excuse me. A first sergeant is 3 chevrons, 3 rockers with a diamond in the middle. That diamond indicates that they are the highest ranking enlisted member in that company. They are the first sergeant. There may be sergeants and sergeant first class and staff sergeants, but there is always only one first sergeant in a company. That means he is in charge with the company commander in running that company. When a first sergeant says something, you make it happen. A master sergeant who does not have that diamond in the middle usually works a staff job somewhere on the side. He is not in the actual process of leading a company. Same job, same rank, same pay, different jobs. E9, sergeant major. If you look next to it, you will see 3 up, 3 down, and a star in the middle, and then 3 up, 3 down with a star and a wreath. That is a sergeant major and a command sergeant major, or CSM. The sergeant major is the one with the star. Same idea as with a first sergeant, but 1 rank higher. A sergeant major, 3 up, 3 down, and a star in the middle, is usually in a staff job, and he is not running a battalion. A command sergeant major is exactly what it sounds like. He is working with the battalion commander. 3 up, 3 down, star and a wreath in the middle. In this case, your battalion, and there's only one per battalion, and our battalion command sergeant major is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Laura Gentry. She carries the same weight and power when she tells you to do something as if Colonel Baker and I tell you to do something, because she is getting her orders directly from me. So if she says, hey, look, we got to make this happen, it needs to happen, and there's a reason behind it. Highest enlisted grade of okay, I'm going to skip number 8, and that's it for that one. Let me go over this again this time while you guys can see a pointer, because this is extremely important. Every single test you guys are going to take is going to involve some sort of rank test. All right. I know you guys want to get promoted as quickly as you can, because promotion means, hey, I'm better than everybody else. And it gives you a chance to show off. It really does. So here is your cadet notebook. It is uploaded into your cadet portfolios, into your smart portal, and in the Google Classroom. So you can pull this up in either one of those 2 places. I recommend you guys download them so that you can go through them as we do these classes. So this is your notebook. Unit 1, the emerging leader. Scroll, be to the next page right here. Page 4. These are the Army ranks. If you can follow my cursor here, this is a chevron. It comes up and comes down. That is a chevron. This, or these, are rockers. So one chevron, 1 rocker is private first class. 2 chevrons is a corporal. We do not have specialists in our OTC. Those are the same rank. This one is a leader. This one is a guy who's doing his job to the best of his ability. Then we have sergeant, staff sergeant, sergeant first class. Then you have master sergeant and first sergeant. See how they're both E8s? They are the same rank. The first sergeant has that diamond in the middle. He is the first sergeant of the company. There is only one. Master sergeant, there can be a couple of those guys. Over here, we have the sergeant major, and we have the command sergeant major. See, that wreath makes him look a little bit more important. Up here is the sergeant major of the Army. There is only one in all of the United States Army. There is only one guy who wears that rank. You get down here to officers, we have second lieutenants and first lieutenants. Now, here's where a lot of people get confused, and I admit I did too when I was a private. Second lieutenant, first lieutenant, 01, 02, they're backwards, right? You would think first would come first and second would be second. It used to be, historically, this was called a lieutenant second class and a lieutenant first class, which makes him higher. They eventually dropped the word class out of lieutenant and just made them second and first. Second lieutenant has a gold bar. First lieutenant has a silver bar. And you have captains, majors, lieutenant colonels, and colonels. And you get into your general ranks. And of course, general of the Army, like I talked about earlier, was only during wartime. Let's look at these compared to your rank. You guys will start off with 0 rank. Then you will go to cadet private. When you do your ROTC cadet creed for me, you will take cadet private. When you do the rank test and after you do the cadet creed, you do the rank test and the chain of command test, you will get private first class. And from that period on, there is a series of promotion boards and ability, how much you put into the program. Sometimes we'll do battlefield promotions where you've done something so great, we decide, excuse me, we need to promote you right away, right then, for doing something awesome. Okay. You can get some of these other ranks that way. With the hope of by the time you reach your junior year, you should be a cadet first sergeant at the minimum. Okay? Sometimes we may take you to second lieutenant or first lieutenant, and you're like, hey, look, I really want to be a first sergeant, and we'll let you put first sergeant rank back on. Okay? Remember, there's only one first sergeant per company. Do not ask me who they are yet. We will not know until we actually have our classes set up. Officer rank, second lieutenant. You will usually have two of these in a company, one for each platoon. First lieutenant, you will have one of these for a company. He is the company executive officer, he or she, the company executive officer. The first lieutenant is in charge of paperwork, making sure that your uniform inspections are filed properly, making sure that you guys get stuff back that you need. Okay. Cadet captain, that is your company commander. There is one per company, and their concern is making sure that the guidance that we give the company is followed. Each of us has our own areas of stuff that we need to make sure we do. Cadet major, those are in a staff job. Cadet lieutenant colonel, that is what Megan Carmichael is. And that is because she is the battalion commander. That will be her rank this year because that is battalion commander's job. Cadet colonel, you might see one of these in your military career. What happens is some schools will take a battalion commander on their junior year and make them an SAI assistant, SAI, senior Army instructor. In our case, your SAI is Lieutenant Colonel Baker, and make that individual a cadet colonel. Okay? You need to learn these, the ranks and the names. And remember, cadet always comes first for these. There is a test for these also. It's really not as much memorization as you guys, as it looks like, guys. I mean, look, Private E2, 1 chevron. Private, 1 chevron. And if, by the way, this can be called a private. It's just private, not Private E2, private. Private first class, or PFC, 1 chevron, 1 rocker. PFC, 1 chevron, 1 rocker. Corporal, 2 chevrons. Sergeant, 3 chevrons. Corporal, 2 chevrons. Sergeant, 3 chevrons. All the way up to sergeant major. We follow the exact same enlisted rank as the United States Army. So if you learn one, you'll know what the others look like. Where we get a little different here is with the officer's rank. Second lieutenant is a gold bar in the Army. It is 1 dot or a pip for us. First lieutenant, silver bar, 2 dots, 2 pips. Okay. And you look, the more you get dots and you get diamonds. As soon as you get 3, it drops back up, it drops down to another 1 diamond. Okay. And once again, if you have any questions about it, you can ask me during my office hours. All right, last section for the day, folks. Thanks for sticking with me. I want to talk about uniform parts and pieces. These are the awards that you guys will see and you guys will receive to go on your uniforms. I'm going to talk about these quite a bit. You will not see these shoulder sleeve patches. We have some. They were to the old uniform. But as of right now, we do not wear these on our uniforms. We never wore this. This is something totally different. Basically, what the National Defense Cadet Corps is what a school has before they're authorized an ROTC program. Our ROTC program has been in South Brunswick High School since 1972 or 73. So we've never actually had an NDCC course. I'll show you a few things here. Up at the top, let's start at the top and work our way down. Collar, cap, and beret insignia. Officers will wear collar insignia like this that says JROTC. You all will have the torch of knowledge to wear in your uniforms. You look, they go in the lapel of your coat. They do not go on your Class B shirt. And then you have a beret insignia that we will mount in class because I have to punch the holes in your beret. So we make sure we get that centered. And that will go on your beret. When you become an officer, you will replace that with your rank. Shoulder cords. These are huge because I think they look awesome on your uniforms. How do I get a shoulder cord, Sergeant Corbett? Well, I'm glad you asked that. Because here's how you do it. You're a member of a team. The white is the color guard. That is our competition color guard. If you see anybody wearing a white cord, that means they are some of the best at their marching and their color guard abilities. Red is drill team. You see anybody wearing a red cord, they are on our drill team, and they are some of the best at marching, rifle spinning, etc. Tan, that is our marksmanship team. That is our rifle team. Those are our shooters. Black is listed as Raider Challenge. We do not have a Raider team. As a matter of fact, black this year will go to our archery team. And then you have National Honor Society, which is a gold cord. The only way you get that is by being inducted into the National Honor Society. We do have a few folks with that. That is a permanent award, and you will wear that all the time. We will not and cannot take that away from you. I figure if your grades are good enough that you've been inducted to National Honor Society, then we need to recognize that. If you look over on the right where it says lamps, gold, silver, and bronze, that is when you start winning. Let me try that again. When you start earning awards. Your first time, you say you do community service events. You do 3 community service events, you will get the community service ribbon. You do 3 more events, you will get a bronze lamp. That indicates that you have earned that ribbon twice. When you have done 3 more events, you will have earned the silver lamp. You take off the bronze lamp and you put the silver one on. You do 3 more events, you earn it again, you will get the gold lamp. So the gold lamp would represent that you have earned that award 4 times. We have folks running around here with like 4 gold lamps because they've done so many community service projects and stuff like that. All right. So events that we do in the community. I regret that we will be unable to do that while we're at in-home learning, and it kind of puts a damper on my spirits, but we will get through this. Believe me, there will be plenty of time for you guys to make up stuff. Unit merit devices. Academic achievement wreath. Let me talk about the academic achievement wreath. Here's how this works. At the end of the first semester, if you made an A in ROTC and at least a B in everything else, you will get the academic achievement wreath, and you will get to wear that the entire second semester. Here's where your personal responsibility has to kick in. You must bring me your report card. I will make a copy of it and give you back your original report card so that you can take it home. But you must bring me your report card as proof, and then I will make sure you get awarded the academic achievement wreath. If you made an A in ROTC and a B in everything else, at least a B in everything else, and you do not bring me your report card and you come up to me later and go, hey, Sergeant Corbett, how come I didn't get the academic achievement wreath? I'm going to say simply, I didn't know. All right? Because you have to tell me this. I do not have automatic access to your grades. All right? I do not have access to your final grades. So the only way I'm going to know is if you tell me. And once I close the book on it and I cut the awards, it's too late. You're going to have to do it again next semester. Now, this award, if the following semester you make a C, you take that award off and you just wear it. Your gold star, which indicates our honor unit of distinction, goes right in the middle of that academic achievement wreath. Okay. Ignore the stuff that says red, silver, and gold pads. Those went away a long time ago. Marksmanship badges. These are for the rifle team. They are only good for that year. That means everybody on our rifle team coming back to school this year should not be wearing a medal. They have to re-earn them every year. The ARC pens, we have them for drill team, we have them for rifle team, the academics, a lot of them, honor guard, color guard, honor roll. We do have an honor roll pen. We have honor cadets, and then some that you can only get at camp for JCLC, like rappelling and canoeing and stuff like that. Flag detail, if you're on the flag detail here at the school, and that will only be Alpha Company and Charlie Company, the guys that put up the flag in the morning and take it down in the afternoon, you will wear a flag detail ARC. That is a very prestigious job. Also here in your book, excuse me, tells you where everything will be worn. Bookmark this page. It tells you how to wear your uniform properly. Here's your class. This is your class A's. Here's your class B uniform. ACUs, same with them. Okay. My favorite slide. Ribbons and awards. I've only got a couple of minutes left here. I want to address your awards. These are the awards that you can receive in ROTC. You can receive them multiple times. Like I said, you would get the torch, the lamp with it. Okay. Here's the different ones you can get. I'll start at the bottom. Staff, Service Learning Project. This is our Community Service Award. Remember, you do 3 events with us in the outside community, you'll get one of those. We've got a parade ribbon. If you do 2 parades in a year, you will get one of those. Recruiting. If 2 people sign up for ROTC and they come up to me and say, hey, Sergeant Corbett, such and such put me in, I will give you the recruiting ribbon. We have a couple of ROTC athletic ribbons. We have a physical fitness ribbon for Cadet Challenge. If you did any varsity athletics, football, baseball, volleyball, softball, whatever, and you were on the varsity team for the entire season, I'm not saying you did it for 2 weeks and quit. You got to be on it for the entire season. You will get the varsity athletics ribbon. Okay. This one is our school support ribbon. Good conduct. You don't get in trouble. You don't get sent to ISS. You don't get suspended for the entire year. You will get the good conduct ribbon. Color guards. You do 3 color guards, you'll get that ribbon. Drill team ribbon. There's a rifle team ribbon. I think it's one of these optional by SAI ones. Personal appearance. If you do not miss a single uniform day all year, you will get the personal appearance ribbon. Let's see, what else do we have up here that I know I can think of right offhand? LET service ribbon. At the end of every year, you have completed that one course, LET1, LET2, LET3, or LET4, you will get the LET service ribbon. Student government. I need more people to sign up for student government next year. We have 0 cadets in student government this year. Perfect attendance, exactly what it says. If you attend school every day this year, you get the perfect attendance ribbon. Academic achievement, we also have honor roll. We have A honor roll. We have AB honor roll. Distinguished cadet. Superior cadet is 1 cadet per LET level per year. That's who we feel has been the best cadet all year. And let me talk about the Medal of Heroism. This is the only ribbon that if you go from JRTC to ROTC, senior ROTC in college, you can wear this ribbon. This means you have done something heroic, rushed into a burning house and saved a child or something along that lines. We have had people, I'll give you a for instance. Several years ago, a young ROTC cadet was walking down the street and he heard a woman yell in an alley. He ran into the alley to find a woman being attacked by a man. He went to fight off the attacker. He did fight off the attacker, but he ended up getting shot in the leg in the process. He received the Medal of Heroism. If you receive the Medal of Heroism, and I'm not saying go out and find something to do and get it, a general will come down from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and present you with this medal. Okay? You have to do something really spectacular that may have put your life at risk. Guys, I am not saying go find something, don't go running into a burning house. I actually teach a class on that second semester on how to do things like that moderately safely. Okay. So I do not want you guys doing anything foolhardy. Now, if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. Meet me online in the Google Meet classroom during my office hours. And that's it for today. Go get some air and get ready for your next class. Y'all have a good day.